Hi, this is Lakhi Singh, the property fixer, here to fix you and help you grow your property and your business affairs to the next level. So if you're looking for knowledge and insights about how to get involved in property, solve your problems about scalability in your property business, then do watch our 20-minute clips. We've taken them from hundreds and, well, thousands of videos that we've taken over the last 6 months, and we've broken them into simple chunks which can make them useful for you. So do watch and do subscribe to our YouTube channel underneath as well.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think, for whatever reasons, I mean, good reasons, most likely. But the thing is, so, I mean, this is literally quote word for word. So somebody said, but how am I gonna pay for my kids? How am I gonna if I can't turn up to my office and do my business, how am I gonna survive financially? I can't afford not to be coming into the office. I mean, this guy's
can't afford not to come into the office. Wow.
Yeah, so if he's got about 100 staff working for him, none of them turn up, and he's got important operations going on, he's only making 10% of his turnover, or because a lot of it's also in the hospitality business is being closed down. It's got about 5 or 6 events types, hospitality type venues. Then you can't even operate. On top of that, I mean, what hope is there? And that's been going on for a year. You can imagine really how stressful it must be for some of these people, and they have to try and think out of the box.
Is there a learning out of this, Lakhi? Is there a learning out of this? My question is there a learning out of this? Is the learning, well, let's for example say the learning is you need to put your eggs in more than one basket. You can't have all your eggs in one basket, even if it's a small business, even if you're a small shopkeeper, you need to put some money aside into some other activity. If you look at it, technology is something that's definitely the future, and as long as you're connected via the internet and you've got some eggs into online activity, and like we've realized that somehow they're trying to remove the human contact from business, whether it's for the short term because they want to reduce the level of the spread of the virus. Isn't that maybe one of the learnings from this? MC Fem, what do you say?
Yeah, I think as Lakhi says, there's just, obviously we're starting to really see the fallout now, aren't we? But as we know as well, the next 3 months are absolutely crucial, I feel. So I think, I don't know, personally, we probably would be in a more stricter lockdown, which in 3 months' time means we can come out of it with a lot more confidence because there'll be a lot more vaccines have been given. The virus will have slowed down, but right now we're in a really critical stage, and we're just waiting.
This is interesting, MC Femem. It's interesting you say that. We'll have 3 months, because there is also, I don't want to frighten anybody, because it's not to be frightened or to get paranoid about it, but they're also saying there's going to be a third wave. That maybe because they're saying there's a new strain coming out of China again. Obviously London has its new strain that's already been sort of made aware to everybody around the world, that they've locked down the airwaves again to London. Before I ask the question back to Lakhi Singh, we've got Rajesh Malhotra who says, I'm back. Thank you very much, Rajesh. We've got someone watching us on YouTube. Can you imagine? All the way around the world from Australia. The lady's name is?
Hello, Australia.
I
want to be there, man.
G'day, mate.
Right, her name is... Good day to you. Yeah, her name is Shirley Campbell. Yeah, all the way around the world from Australia.
Is that Shayla?
Yeah. You remember that guy? What was his name? Ralph Harris. That was
Oh,
it.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To do the painting. That's it. So I hope you like my impression of Rolf Harris.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Awful.
You look a bit like Rolf Harris.
Deborah, the lovely Deborah, the lovely energy Deborah is back as well. She's online with us. And
Hello,
we've
Deborah.
got Deborah, love you, huggy, because she is a lovely person in terms of a sharer. She's had this wonderful experience, out of body experience, I'd call it, in the jungles of the Amazon. And I would love to know how it feels to have something that awakens you to the universe. That is something. She's like this little oracle, I think, but stuck in the north of the country. We need the oracle around the whole of the UK. She's trying to, I know she's got an objective to spread that energy and that positive vibe across the whole of the world. But I think a lovely little oracle like that needs to be everywhere. Probably be a good idea to bring it down to London, Lakhi, and have the oracle there for a while to take out all the negative energy from the government and stop them doing things without thinking beyond their nose. I think a lot of that stuff is somewhat difficult. So, coming back to you, Lakhi Singh, what do you say to this situation in terms of you've got people out there, wonderful people out there.
Give me 1 second, I've just got a parking order.
You just got a parking ticket. You got the parking warden. Oh, you're actually interacting with someone.
God, the parking warden's out.
Man, parking
Hello.
warden.
Hello, parking warden.
He's gone now because he got scared.
Good day, BJ. Cindy,
Hold on, let me just talk to him.
Let's see, get this live. Lakhi Singh is connecting with a traffic warden.
It'll be about half an hour.
Live
action from the city of
lockdown
London.
Anyway, yeah.
Coming to you this morning.
Traffic warden. Traffic warden. You're actually interacting with us.
Like 6'2" guy come out of the car, so obviously got scared.
So the bottom line is, look, there's certain people that never die out or never get locked in, and that is traffic wardens. We've realised that one. Shinley, good morning to you. Shinley, what's her name? Good VJ, yes, Shinley, good. I think she liked my impression of Rolf Harris. She's the only one, and she's in Australia. And we're saying to you, what's the song? Hack the kangaroo down, sport, something like that. But anyhow, yes, we've got is we've had a traffic warden that's put us off our train of thinking. So, have you got traffic wardens still alive in the city of Brighton, MC FemM?
I think what we've got to remember is that the councils obviously make their money from the tickets and what have you. So they've had a major reduction in their income this last year. And so, yeah, they're out there trying to get some revenue because a lot of councils right now their books aren't adding up. You know, they're in severe deficit. Yeah. I was just reading that the other day about Brighton Council in particular. They get a lot of revenue from their parking tickets, and of course
it's a bit weird. I think councils are like third world countries anyway. They're a bit weird. They do things when they start losing money on one side, they start doing something on the other, then they'll start changing their policies because they realize no one's returning back to the height. They're all a bit weird. Anyhow, councils are just like third world countries. That's my way of looking at them. But we've got a shout out from Deborah as well, who says she's going to be joining us on Monday. Mandy says wonderful to that. She's obviously looking forward to the energy from Deborah. We'll learn the technique, I think, on Monday, how to give a hug. Because I thought the hug was this way around, but she said it's that way around. So you have to join the heart to the heart, which is important. Okay, MC Femin. Pardon?
So the hug was nice. I just gave myself a hug.
You're trying to hug the warden, Lakhi Singh.
Yeah.
Actually, you won't believe this. I made friends with the warden yesterday.
Actually, hugging yourself's not a bad idea.
It feels good.
Yeah.
I actually made friends with the parking warden yesterday because he was from Nigeria. So I actually asked him, and I made some funny jokes in Nigerian.
Yeah.
So which made him laugh.
Did he come like this idea?
So he agreed that if he sees my car,
to your window
he's
like
not going to give me a
Jurassic
fine.
Oh, wow.
But he said, "Don't name me and don't take my name down, just in case you are like a mystery car driver."
Right, who's
VJ sounds frozen.
Oh yay, VJ's frozen.
Okay, we can get a few words in now while he's frozen.
Now, quick.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Oh my God, he's now even disappeared.
He's disappeared. My God.
So
what's the weather like over there in Brighton?
Yeah, really nice. Really nice weather.
That we've got this morning,
obviously.
He's back. Okay. Back. Okay. Challenging your limits. I think this discussion is all about that somewhere in a weird way. You know, we've spoke about the challenges to us and how we're trying to push those challenges in certain ways and try and stay normal, try and stay on top of things. And I think that's what it's all about, the external challenges and the internal challenges. And Lakhi Singh obviously has announced that, look, he's got lots coming through.
Oh.
Country.
He's frozen again, but he's back again.
Freezing.
I'm not frozen. You're frozen, sir.
Listen.
You are the one that is frozen. I am still alive.
VJ, you have 3 minutes of me because I've got to go and get the kids online for homeschooling. So 3 minutes.
Don't break my heart. Don't say that. Don't break my heart.
Mary's beginning to sound like a school teacher.
Don't say that. I've got a lifetime with you. Don't say that. Lakhi Singh. Lakhi Singh.
Yeah, mate.
Right. So tell us, all the challenges and all that we've got going on. Are you saying, have you got properties across the whole of the UK that we can be sharing? Because you know sharing is caring.
Yeah, I mean, point I'm raising is that here's my friendly parking warden now. Let's see if he recognizes me. So it seems like all the parking wardens are after me now. This is the same guy that had the other day. 5 minutes, mate. Got another one now.
Yes. Okay.
We'll be 5 minutes, mate. You're live on the internet now. You're very famous. You're very famous now. But we'll be 5 minutes, yeah?
But how many?
You are not allowed.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes. Okay. The warden,
what's your name anyway?
He's a famous warden.
Introduce yourself.
How are you doing, Mr. Warden?
You are not allowed to park on single yellow line. This is a private car. Anytime from 8:30, it is illegal for any private car to park on single yellow line in Westminster Council. So my advice for you now is to go and turn around.
I will do that now.
Brother, don't do this. You are live. You are live.
Okay, he's a better one than the other guy. The other guy just walked away because he didn't want to be on camera.
Not very nice.
This guy's doing his job. You get 10 out of 10 for your job, yeah? 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10
good
for
work.
your job. You know why you don't have a personality. Mr. Lack of Personality Warden. Mr. Lack of Personality Warden. If you had your kissy stick, you should have hit him with your kissy stick. Give him a kissy. Pardon.
So this wasn't the one that I made friends with, by the way. So I've got to drive now, and just around the corner.
Okay, Mary. Okay, MC Pranam, before we let you go, I hate that you say that we only have 3 minutes of you left. Never say that. We've got you for a lifetime with us.
Oh yeah, I mean like this morning. I mean like right now.
Morning.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So we want your last comments before you go. Then, so you may tell me. In spite of all the limits that have been set on us, and in spite of all the difficulties that we've got, Lakhi Singh says he's got properties to share across the whole of the country. And do you see that as something that you could do passively at home to somewhat digress from what you do day to day? Maybe make a deal once every quarter, factor that into your cash flows and make some money.
Not me personally, because I don't have any time. But yeah, I think it's a fantastic. I think Lakhi, that's amazing, really, and I'd imagine quite a lot of people want to get involved in that. Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of people at home with time on their hands right now, and that would be brilliant. And they need the extra income. So yeah, I'm going to look into that.
You should definitely join us.
You do have a look at it.
Well, I probably have some people who I might know who it might be good for them, really. So yeah, I think.
So I would suggest MTFMM. I would suggest to have a little Google, have a little snoozle around and check it out, because I think there may be some benefit in it for you. It's not all about property as well, MTFMM. It's also about networking. It's also about helping people who've got other issues revolving around property. So there may be something there that comes out of what you're doing. I love that. Have a look at that. Okay. Yeah. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to let you go now. I'm going to hate letting you go. Don't go, but I have to let you go. Take care. Lakhi Singh.
All right. Take care.
How do I go? I'm going.
Okay, Lakhi Singh. Take care. Take care.
All right.
Right, Lakhi Singh, we're left with you again, as usual. Okay, tell us, Lakhi Singh, passive, okay, have you got properties around the country, please? Can you tell us that first?
Yes, we've got properties across the country, yeah.
Excellent. And is it just not all about, is it all about property? Is it not about things that are revolving around property, like trying to buy more properties for some people, or reconsolidate some of their properties, or maybe do things which are sort of outside of property but are to do with legal issues around properties, etc., etc.? Are there more things in there that you are doing that can become passive income providers? Can you explain them more? I know you're not into directly into finance, because that's what you're talking about is unregulated finance. Is that right, Lakhi Singh? Am I wrong? Or is that right?
So basically, we do 5 basic things.
A lot of people asking, because they're asking for mortgages, and well, you need to be clear. Is it regulated or unregulated stuff that you're talking about?
So we specialize in 99.9% of the time unregulated, but we do have a panel of
when that 1%,
about 500 mortgage providers.
So are you regulated then, Lakhi? So are you saying 99.9% and then the 0.01% is regular? You are regulated then? Is that what you're saying?
No, we're not regulated. We refer people to a panel of about 500 lenders, so they can go to wherever they want.
Okay, that makes sense. So you're yourself really dealing with the unregulated commercial lending. Is that right, Lakhi Singh?
That's
right.
A lot
of people getting confused. Are you actually regulated?
That's correct.
You need to be clear, because you may confuse people. Okay, so you're unregulated lending. That makes sense. So tell us the range and everything, starting with the unregulated type of lending. Quickly, give us a menu list of all the things. Go on.
So we could do 10 million plus. We could do 100% funding for development lending. We also do development lending for any type of loan, really, from $500,000 upwards. We do bridge lending, first charge, second charge. We can do business loans. We can also assist in referring you to personal loan providers. We can help find you people that specialize in the rights of equity release as well. So anything to do with raising finance using assets or otherwise, we'll have access to, from invoice factoring to using your credit card line that you've got, maybe as a takeaway. We could probably get you money against that. So we've got clever ways of getting you money, basically. Secondly, we are a UK-wide real estate agent. So we are able to assist you to sell properties anywhere in the United Kingdom. and we have access to off-market properties both across the UK and especially I specialize in high net sales in 4 or 5 of the major cities, primarily London, Prime Central. So I have access to let's just say any properties in London really across the board. So I have access to hundreds of thousands of buyers and sellers. And then on the legal side, we specialize in writing off negative equity debt across the whole UK. And then we also stop repossession in 24 hours anywhere in the country, but we've got a 100% success record in writing off negative equity debt, and an amazing track record of actually stopping repossession in 24 hours anywhere in the country as well. The list goes on, but those are the main ones.
Okay, the listings are endless, but so it did give you a flavor that it's not just 1 or 2 topics. It's like the whole 360-degree comprehensive matter around properties and commercial unregulated lending and legal issues. So you can do anything and everything in regards to helping rescuing people from their property problems. That I assume that's why you call it Rescue My Properties. Before we have the last word from Lakhi Singh and we close off today, Mr. Malhotra got lots of comments. He's actually joined me up with MCFMM and says we're going to be starting some hip hop band. I'll probably start practicing my rapping moves. If you have rapping moves, I don't think you have rapping moves. But anyhow, he also says that definitely the future is in coming and joining the what's it now, the RAC model and trying to do something which is a passive income or income from an alternative way of doing business. So a lot of good comments from him, and we'd like to say a shout out to the lady who is with us from Australia. She says, I just jumped in, but I will be back. I think she likes what she said. I think is that Warden's probably given her a feeling of wanting to be back. The Warden's done us a big favor, brought up the energy levels. So he sorted you out, Lakhi Singh, but you've sorted him out apparently. You fixed his attitude. Is that right, Lakhi Singh? In your last words today?
Not really. I just followed his instructions because I didn't really want to get in his wrong side this because I see him every morning. So.
All right, you cannot park out here. Right, sir. Last word for today. How do you challenge your limits in this environment? And tell us one main thing that everyone should be looking out for in the rescue associate model as a passive income. Should they not just be looking at it in an excellent way of networking and talking to other people? Because it does allow you to do that, doesn't it, Lakhi?
Well, I think it's an excellent excuse. Somebody's actually on a bit of a loose end at the moment to be able to network with other people that want to help other people. So I think it's just the perfect community actually in a very difficult environment where you can't even get out. So I'll be organizing regular weekly calls and events. So there's probably more coming in the next 3 months than we've actually launched in the last 10 years. So watch your space.
Mark Johnson's asking, obviously, to get a link to the RAC, and I think we'll have that done. Right, Lakhi Singh, thank you so much for your comments. We are coming to the end. We are at the end of today's drive time session, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. As usual, every morning. We will be back tomorrow morning with another guest. Lovely speaking to you, sir. Giving a bit of life to the London as usual and showing how dry and boring wardens are in the city of London. It's probably a robot, I think. Was he a robot, Lakhi Singh?